Uh, Good to see some of you who used to join us earlier. Uh, yes, I think Stender used to join us in the earlier events as well, right? Stender,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Stender, where are you based out of? Which city?
Uh, I'm in Bangalore right now. So actually, I was at my native place in Khajuraho, MP, and just due to the kids' school reopening, I came back. But unfortunately, the situation is not good here, so the decision was delayed now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Uh, we have 14 people. Okay, we can start. Otherwise, we have we I was expecting more people anyway because we had more registrations. Anyway, guys, so uh, we have 1 hour today. Probably I will start the recording.
I've already done.
Okay, good. So we have 1 hour today, and this is a kind of last event of the year. We started in December last year. Yeah, December last year was our first event, and this is our last event of the year. And I think we had event every month except the month of October and November. Reason being, October and November already being learning loaded months. We will always have the October first in October and TechEd in November. So that's a pattern we will follow. Yeah, but since we didn't have these events for these 2 months, many people kind of followed up that why we're not having these events. So that is also something which has prompted us to come back, motivated us to come back. Yeah, there are people who are getting benefited from these events, and you know uh, we should be continuing in doing these events. So yeah, I see that many people who joined us like on regular basis. Tender, I remember the name. I think Anmol also joined us in past lot of events. And Brijesh also, Kushagar also. I think all most of you have been having as our uh, uh, regular attendees. So since you have been joining us for a long time, it's time for I think you all of you also to come together and you know start contributing and see how we can uh, how we can uh, put more value in this event. Okay, so that is also one of the agenda for the meeting today, uh, where we would like to have a discussion with you guys, your ideas. What can we do more? What should we stop doing? So it's like a open discussion. Obviously, there's nothing official in this meeting that we are having. Yeah, it is not being paid by SAP or nothing like that. It is just that we all guys are getting together, so we can modify the event as we want. Yeah? Uh, the ultimate goal is that people should get uh, benefit. Uh, we should be able to add. We should be able to have more contacts. Should be able to know more people. We know that who is working in what and uh, in what areas, who is going to be very helpful there. So, and I also, as in India, we should have a good community built there, which is our ultimate target, and which is something missing there. Yeah. Um, First to have a India-based community, and then probably as, as we progress, a region-based, city-based community. Like when things open up, uh, Bangalore guys can start meeting themselves offline. Gurgaon guys can start meeting themselves offline. So all those things are there, all those targets are there, but I think the important thing is that we should have more contribution, more stakeholders. Yeah, so this is where we need all of you to have your say. Yeah, so we will discuss that in today. That's also one of the agenda. And the another agenda is that the lot of learning that we had in the past 2 months, we had three great events. Yeah, three events which are attended heavily by technical people. SAP TechEd, then DevTuberfest, and then a BAP conference. BAP conference only happened, I think, 10th of on 9th or 10th of December, which is very recent. In fact, I was listening to its sessions yesterday night only. So we can start with some of you, that what have you learned according to you, what have been your uh, um, uh, or you can say what is one learning about which you are very excited about, yeah, or what are your key takeaways uh, from these events, and like before events started and now, what have you learned, and what you plan to do with those awareness, with those learnings that you got. Okay, so yeah, I'm just opening the forum. Any one of you want to start? And if uh, if you don't mind, if you can open the cameras, it would be nice to see you. It's nice to put a face to the voice to relate better. So anyway, this is your own choice, but yeah, it would be good to see you as well. Yeah, so let me know what you guys have. Hello, Ankur. Uh,
Hi, Gaurav.
so we are discussing about the learnings from the past month's events, and then we will go into how we can improve this community. What all things we can add. Yeah, yeah, guys. So what is one thing that you think highlighted this year's probably TechEd event? According to me, if I start with my one highlight that I see is that there is a lot of emphasis back on ABAP. Yeah, we have been hearing a long time ABAP is dead, that SAP has no focus on ABAP. ABAP guys are not going to be required in future. But this year there was lot of focus on ABAP. There there was talk about ABAP in the keynote. There were a lot of good plans which were unveiled about ABAP. Yeah, like especially for embedded steampunk and all. And I think embedded steampunk is a game changer according to me. Yeah, so because uh, there have been feeling for a long time that if you are not doing JavaScript coding, or you are not doing some SAP Cloud Platform coding, you are going to be outdated in future. But when you now look at the plans, like for embedded steampunk, that gives us a lot of hope. Yeah, though we can learn all these languages as developers, but ABAP will always, remain our favorite. Yeah. So this is one thing I really liked, or something I'm very excited about. Yeah, I have other learnings as well, but yeah, I want to give chance to you guys.
Yeah, hi, Gaurav. This is Atul this side.
Yeah, so
Able to hear me? Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Hi Atul.
Hi, hello. Hi, Nabi.
Uh,
So this
Atul, are
is
you joining first time? It means
yeah,
before. Okay,
yeah. So this is my
welcome.
first time. So I've been like invited by Akash itself. So it's my first time. So I'm like pretty much excited like with the forum which you have established. So like frankly speaking, being an ABAPer for around like 10 or more years, none other seen such forum happening for ABAPers, for developers, and that is giving exposure to a new product which SAP is going. So as we know, in this year's decade, there was a lot of like emphasis on ABAP, which Gaurav also mentioned. So BTP coming up. So BTP was been launched last year itself, but now the BTP has its own plugin for ABAP, has like whole lot of things. So pretty much excited on that front because obviously what Gaurav said, look, ABAP ko matlab, it was like ABAP was not considered. It was like an age-old language, so it was not evolving. So 7.4 was the one wherein just a syntax declaration came in, but that was not to that mark. So nothing like remarkable happened with that. It was just that we were doing something differently. We are doing the same thing, but something differently. But now with this BTP and the ABAP plugins, that is something which is a game changer, which I look forward as an ABAPer.
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that is like I'm into that. Like I'm obviously like a kind of a guy like who keeps on like bugging things and all those stuff. Obviously, when HANA came in with CDS, Eclipse, and all those stuff in 2014-15, so I had pushed the hands into it. But at that particular moment, I feel like that was not something like it was a thing differently. But this is something which is, I think, it might be a remarkable over that the Eclipse and HANA, all those things which we do. Wanted to explore
Yeah,
more on
agree.
this. So I guess yes, this is the right forum we can discuss. We can discuss more on things. So pretty much excited to speak off.
Good, good. Same. We agree
Good.
to that. Atul. Thank you.
Uh, I means actually continue to that above point. I also would like to add one point which really strikes me to like to deeper into that. I think Thomas Jung has mentioned like RAP is the future. Somehow we need to be
Yeah.
expertise in that RAP and
Yes.
all those things. Yeah, and there like all the means there all the future planning and the future development slowly or gradually will move it into RAP side of the development. Even we are working on the ABAP service or embedded Stumpunk or with the on-premises development. So personally, I think RAP means having a good expertise on this particular area will be really helpful.
Yes. Yeah, Sobha.
Yeah, hello. Hello, Mohit. Hello, Nabit, everyone. Yeah, as you mentioned, like, going forward, SAP is heavily betting on their public cloud. Okay. So they are asking some of the, like the non business critical things can move to BTP. Okay. But, you know, um, uh, but the big systems, the large SAP instances, they would like to remain on premise for the core business critical functions. Okay, and then the lesser smaller entities can move to the public cloud. So BTP might come into play heavily maybe next year, and we have to see how we can do the development, and then the security aspect also we need to consider, you know there, because anything going on the cloud and all those cross integrations, we had seen, right, couple of days back AWS was down for whatever reason. So we'll have to, you know so BTP is, maybe next year we can plan something on the BTP and have come up with some kind of use cases on that one. So that's what my thing on that. Yeah, and RESTful ABAP, yeah, because in one of the developer keynote you might have seen, like, DJ Adams and Rich Hellman showing us, the emitter, the all those four blocks, and then the the message bus, right? So the request comes in, and then the RESTful ABAP consumes that, and then you send it to the front end, to the Fiori. So maybe event mesh or a message bus, something where ABAPers can use, so that we just consume the OData coming from different, applications, So that is something, couple of areas we can look in the new year. Yeah.
Yes, Vishal. Thank you,
Yeah.
Deepak.
Yeah, hi, hello everyone. So yeah, I have been attending these sessions and yeah, learned quite a new things. And there were some sessions, where you don't need to code at all through the theory, even by showing really right. And yeah, of course, there have been numerous sessions on Capcom, and during the past, 5 6 years, I was originally an developer, and then I learned UFF Fury, worked a lot on that, and yeah, then started working on cloud, not much, but yeah, and learned a lot of things on Capcom, RAP. One thing where I feel ABAP is still lacking, where I see, if you talk about Capcom based applications when compared to RAP, so in Capcom, everything can be a microservice, but in case of ABAP, you see your database, ABAP as a framework. I mean, basically RAP as a framework. So everything is still clubbed together. So that is something I don't know if it is possible to have your RAP, model getting deployed as individual microservices, which I clearly see, which gives an edge to Capcom. But I definitely, by the time since because of the thing that RAP has come in, it will definitely, help a lot of rappers like us. Yeah. And yeah, I think I'll be joining SAP. I know Gaurav is from SAP. So yeah, hopefully I'll meet you.
Yeah, yeah, Vishal, that's great. Congratulations, SAP is a great company.
And yeah, there is something. I mean, I was just going through in depth of cloud platform, especially Cloud Foundry. So there is a series by DJ Adams. So he used to have this Twitch, I don't know that platform, like Twitter kind of team,
Mhm.
which he used to call. There are some sessions by him, and which went in, really depth of understanding, app router, standalone app router, managed app router. So I really liked his series, and he'll always use us Vim editor and all, which are very much, fascinating for, for us.
Vishal, if you could share those links, series means
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
links URL in our chat folder, so it will be helpful
Yes.
for everyone. Yes,
Yeah, I mean, once I
wonderful.
went through those links, so each whatever topic he touched, like app router, workflow, OAuth APIs, JOT tokens, he went really in depth. How does passport actually work? So that was a really great series. But yeah, I'll definitely just share that link for for
Wonderful,
us.
Vishal. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think I completely agree. DJ Adams is a great teacher. I know the way he tells you things, it's very easy to understand. Yeah, I also attended some of his sessions on Twitch, like hands-on SAP dev with DJ Adams, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
many of the things went over my head, so I really could not
Yeah,
understand much
especially
because
he
he.
would, especially sorry, Gaurav, but yeah, especially he would, when you, so we are so used to seeing the Cloud Foundry logs on, Kibana dashboard or basically in
Mhm,
the logs tab,
mhm.
yeah. But when he was doing everything on console. So if you see more
Exactly. BTP
using the,
CLI and all those
yeah,
stuffs.
and
Yes.
then this is where it just goes over our head. But yeah, I'll share
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, I think, but apart from that, though, from those sessions, since he speaks very fast as well. Yeah, I could not keep up the pace, but during his DevTuberFest tutorials, which he had put on GitHub, I think in 2020. 2020, I think for workflow, and I think it was for business rule and all, where he had explained how to do this authentication and all. So he had put it all everything in words, and it was really easy to understand. I really could understand a lot of things from that. Yeah. So I'm sure that DevToberfest tutorials of 2020 are still available. If you can find it, please go through the ones which DJ Adams had put. Yeah, they are well in detail and very easy to understand. And someone who really doesn't come from, a lot of JavaScript background, or lot of CLI background, you will be able to relate and understand a lot of things from that. Yeah, that is one recommendation from me, because I benefited a lot from those tutorials.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I think those of us who are proper ABAPers, we should at least know UFI Fury in depth. So that is the only thing which is at least constant in SAP world in S4 HANA. So if you know that in depth, at least you know something apart from ABAP. Because backend is still, I'm not sure whether SAP is going embedded steampunk way or RAP way or Capem way, Capem using Java. There are a lot of things, but I think the only thing which is consistent is the Fury. So each one of us, should be very, good in that.
Yeah,
Agree
and
with
and,
you.
and Fury come with very low code, no code tools as well, right? It's now very easy to implement Fury. You really don't need to go in well into details. Like UI5, you have to code everything, right? But for Fury, there's a lot of support for the floor plans and on. And Mohit
Yeah,
is our
there is.
expert of Fury. Yeah.
Yeah, there is, but Fury elements. I mean, I have seen many clients are not very happy. They will have their old, let's say, WebInfo UIs and or their own, BSP apps. They would start comparing that. Okay, this is where we used to have this kind of controls. Now you are saying, it will not be. So this is where I think still, Fury elements. Yes, it's a good way to achieve, but somewhere I think freestyle is not is still relevant even in Fury elements. I mean, at least the
Yeah,
clients for which I work, use the total of
freestyle will always remain the element, I think. But as a starting point, someone if wants to get into Fury UF5, Fury Elements is a good place to start. That's what
Hi
I
Gaurav,
One question
Anmol
on
here.
this.
Just wanted to add a point here. Actually, I'm a core UI5 developer. I don't have any idea about ABAP. So, being working on UI5 from last 4.5 years, what I faced is with this point, the client is already used to the web intro apps, and they just wanted to go to the Fury with the same type of interfaces, which doesn't get achieved using Fury elements. So, we need to put the efforts either to modify it or create a UI5 application from the scratch. That is the major point here. So I mean, the user is already used to few web intro apps or BSP applications, and they just want the interface as it is. They don't want to just get used to a new interface, and just want to use as it is, where's the filters and where all the submit buttons, and also that's why it's getting freestyle applications into a major scene as of now.
Yeah, I think Mohit will have something to say there, because Fury, when you develop using Fury elements, you have a lot of hookings and all where you can put your place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mohit, would
Yeah.
you
So
like to give your feedback? Yeah.
sure. So basically, Anmol and all, basically that's my like initial understanding was that like development with the Fury element would be quite means it's not flexible and all. But if we will just dig it into more it into detail and all these things now. So personally, I feel around 70 to 80% requirements we can easily fit it into Fury elements. Yes, of course, we need around 30-40% customization on that, but it can also be very much feasible with a lot of extension, controller extension, or the list report extension, either fragment extension, and all those things. Apart from that, even if we are not using Fury element, personally, I think with the smart templates, smart tables, and smart controls, most of the requirements we can achieve. Means at least from last 3-4 years, I could able to manage all the application which I had been assigned. Yeah, but of course, there would be always much flexibility in the freestyle and all. And there is a client mindset also. So slowly and needs to we need to train and um, that needs to be changed the client mindset and all like how means application wise Fury element is more consistent seamless behavior across all the applications and all. So this personally I like. Yeah.
So one thing like to you all like techies. So it's like, see, now the thing happened like we had this personas at one point of time which was being overtaken by Fury obvious. Okay. And now this SAP coming up with the app drivers, right? So that is nothing but the low code no code kind of thing platform. So is it like going to be like a replacement or somewhere down the line wherein we have this Fury complaints coming up, the apps are slow and all those stuff? So, like, what is your perspective on this the app Java thing? So, will it like down the line 5 years it will be replacing the Fury, and that is something which will be a easy thing to deploy, easy thing to use with user experience, with the development effort and all those stuff. Like, what are your views on this app Java?
Yeah, Atul, I have my views on it. I have tried it, but before that, I want to ch give chance to Prashant. He has raised hand for some time. He's waiting. Yeah, Prashant, over to you. Prashant, you're on mute.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for giving me an opportunity, Gaurav. Nice to see you. And uh, yeah, I just want to give my thoughts regarding. I've gone through ticket videos. I was part of that ticket recent as an offline, and the new the keynote actually for UI5, it's new uh, New Horizon, right? Which is recently introduced as part of new theme. And if we talk about like RAP, Gaurav, we used to do these RAP model from past couple of years, right? Means in 2020 we can do in on-premise, and right now I think we should now more focus on, integration with our ABAP environment. I'm talking about on BTP with the external services, like how to consume whitelisted APIs in ABAP environment. Means I'm talking about unmanaged approach. Managed is pretty much simple. We can build on scratch, but consuming that as in consumption model with whitelisted API, which is bit challenging. Challenging, I mean to say, uh, still we have, lot of restrictions. I faced few things recently. I was part of few POCs. I faced few restrictions in a BAP environment while consuming whitelisted APIs, and while those whitelisted APIs, we can how to perform, post operation. We have, SAP automatically gives it. It will generate classes, for post, uh, pull, and get operation. But still, we have. I felt that we have some restrictions in a BAP environment on BTP.
Yeah, I think it will
This is.
take some time,
It will take time. Yeah.
Prashant. Yeah,
Yes.
but
Yes.
there are two things now. One is BTP, a BAP environment, which is
Yeah.
there, which will stay, which has been there for some time, and we have tried it
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And there is now something called embedded steampunk.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could explore that or not. Embedded steampunk is more of your development in on-premise with only using the released objects. So
Yeah.
if there are some cloud qualities which are not preventing customers to move to cloud, so
Yeah.
embedded steampunk is going to be the way to go. Yeah.
Mhm.
So and yeah, I agree with some. I think some of you have made the point that some customers are not very open to going to cloud probably for their critical applications due to various reasons. But yeah, I think embedded steampunk is going to cover that gap. Okay.
Yeah, but
Now,
will take time. Yeah, definitely will
yeah,
take
yeah,
time, and
it
customer
is not.
also require a lot of discipline. Requires also means regarding nowadays in domestic clients, they normally do any kind of enhancement. They do whatever they want, but in cloud they require a lot of discipline.
Yes, yes, yeah, agree. But I think BTP ABAP is going to stay there, but it will serve different purpose of side-by-side extensibility. But embedded
Mm.
steampunk will also come into picture. That's why it is very important to pick on this RESTful application programming model and other things around it, because it could be used even in the cloud development, even in your on-premise development. Yeah, and that
Correct.
was a loud message in TechEd, that this is something ABAP developers should be focusing their energies on. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
quickly,
right.
yeah, actually, yeah, Gaurav, I
Yeah.
think one point over here. So why RAP is coming? We all know that it's the latest programming model. So that I have worked on, BOPF based apps, and they are somehow, we used to have those T codes BOBX, and you start developing. But moment, let's say you want to use Git repository. I tried to use that, but Git repository was not at all, compatible with both. So your both objects could not be pushed to the Git, and I was like, okay, now what do we do with this? So you still rely upon typical transport things for
Yeah.
both based objects.
Actually, performance wise, also, I think BOPF is not that great. Actually, why we are loading all that unnecessary BOPF classes and all those heavy framework on the top of Fiori Elements applications. So I think this is also one of the thought to overcome that. With the RESTful programming model.
Yeah, but one query, Gaurav. So BSN embedded steampunk, is typical like we used to have, used to enhancement, modifications, I mean, on the released objects. But then, so you're saying that RAP basically, RAP on cloud environment. So that is for side-by-side extensibility. But let's say if everything can be achieved by embedded steampunk, then, we need not have we need not use a back on cloud for side by side. Right? We can do everything then right within the system itself, right? Via this embedded steampunk approach, feed the creation of RAP apps. So when to go?
Yeah, but but it depends on your use case. If your use case is only dealing with S/4HANA, yeah, then probably it can be achieved using the embedded steampunk. But if let's say you are creating one engine which will serve multiple SaaS application, cloud application, let's say there is an
Yeah.
integration with success factor, integration with Concur, yeah, and then you need to use S/4HANA data, then it would make sense to build it on the using side-by-side extensibility. Yeah, so there are different use cases for different extensibilities there. Yeah, it is not like that you can use any type of extensibility for any type of any type of work that you want to do. But yeah, you
But,
need to take a informed decision there.
but at least the RAP applications can be built right within that embedded steampunk, right?
Yes, yes, yes. RAP even it can be built on premise. So RAP is
Yeah.
everywhere. So yeah,
No,
so
I
that is
mean the
a
whole point of
yeah.
initial
Yeah.
being a weapon cloud was to have side-by-side extensibility so that your code is not
Mm.
interfering with S4 core. Now with this
Yes,
embedded steampunk approach, they are saying that again it will not be conflicting with the
yes,
S4 core.
yes,
Then
yes,
clients can definitely build on using embedded
yes,
steampunk
yes,
itself.
yes. Making it easier for clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is one loud message there. Then the other thing I want to touch upon is the AppGyver. Okay, so has anyone of you tried AppGyver?
No, I thought it's more like
Okay.
Given it a try.
It's
yeah.
just a small application. I just tried. It's like a benefit. It's a kind of replacement of I would say Adobe Forms, and just consuming that and hello.
Yeah, 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 I can hear you, Prashant.
Yeah,
Okay.
Prashant, can I
At this
hear
point, I
you?
can say means it's a kind of replacement of Adobe Form. We can easily drag and drop, create a small kind of form, and that form you can treat as an UI. But still, we have AppGyver. There are a lot of restrictions. If we talk about like nested APIs, like we used to create, deep entities in OData, right? This is not supported at this point of time. But later, definitely they'll add new features and I hope so. It will be a better tool as part of BTP.
So it's not. I mean, I don't. I think it's also not free, right? There will be some, maybe a lot of pricing component
No, no,
involved
it's
there.
free. It's free. It's free.
Okay.
Completely free. Yeah, Stender, you raised the hand.
Yeah, Gaurav, thanks for giving the opportunity. So, as Mohit was saying about the client mindset, right? So, I'm really facing this issue currently. So, I just thought to share with you guys that, so currently they are using a system which is 15, 20 years old, okay, and they are bringing every all the services on the S4 2020, and they are very restrict to use the wrap model, right? So as Prasant said that there is so much restriction in the your unmanaged behavior, right? Correct. So one thing that even though they are going on the new technology wrap model, right? But when it comes for the to get the feel, right, then they just compare the existing interface with the new interface, right? And the old interface are all built on the RFC calls, BAPIs, and those technology, right? So it's a very challenging sometimes that to give everything in the wrap model what they have currently in the existing system. So that's correct that I am not sure whether we have some session on the especially deep dive in this unmanaged behavior, or if not, then we can have some session in the next year, and not just the overview, right? That how we can do the post surveys and custom messages, right? And the entities, and some custom classes where we can put the logic and those kind of stuff.
Yes, yes, we definitely can plan some topics around that. Even we had some sessions on rap last year as well. Yeah. So Akash took those sessions, and then for the Fury elements as well, Fury elements and Fury development, Mohit took some sessions last year. But yeah,
Mhm.
this year also we will be covering these things again. Yeah,
All right.
thanks, Indra, for sharing it. Yeah,
Thanks.
coming back to the same topic, AppGyver, I just want to give my view there. I had tried AppGyver. Yeah, I built one application. We actually have one tutorial mission on developer.sap.com, which you can try. And there are a couple of blogs from Murli as well on AppGyver. So, so if you just look on those, it gives you good insight. But yeah, one thing which stops the AppGyver adoption as of now for SAP customers is the Fury theme. Yeah, I think it is released recently. I haven't tried that, but since the applications that are built using AppGyver, they have the React UI. Yeah, but our UI customers UI of choice is Fury UI5. Yeah, so until unless these two things match, you cannot I think AppGyver will take some time for the adoption, because if customers say that for everything in our landscape is going to be Fury, we cannot have the React UI. Yeah, so that will defeat the purpose. And apart from that, I uh, I I believe AppGyver is there to stay, but yeah, it will take some time, because SAP I think will provide some out of the box integrations with S4HANA or BTP services with the AppGyver, and that's where the adoption will start. And AppGyver is not supposed to cover all of your applications. I mean, even if a customer is building 100 applications, if AppGyver can be used for 50 of them, yeah, then I think it achieves its vision, and that's what it is supposed to do. I mean, for some applications which are just like report applications, which are easy to do, which doesn't have any complex logic, you can just directly use AppGyver to build those. Yeah, but it will take some time, but guys, keep an eye on AppGyver. Yeah, it is there to stay. We will have some out of the box integrations, I believe. Fury theme would be there, Fury controls would be there, and then it is going to be used extensively. That's what I feel about it.
agree with you on this, Gaurav. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see we have Rishabh also. Rishabh, you would like to add any points? And Rishabh Anand.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Mohit. Yeah, hi, Gaurav. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. So, yes, I was hearing all of you. So, regarding this RAP model, actually, we get the scenario where there are some complex developments that have to be done. So, basic challenge that I was facing is that still, I mean, it's in the evolution phase that I read. So, currently there are great blogs written, but still we don't have that much support that we had for classical SEGW development. So, and yes, somebody also mentioned that the unmanaged scenario is something that we have to look into. So I think once we have some a use case where some typical scenarios are handled, I think that will be helpful for us going forward, because like normally we don't like most of our purpose is solved with this wrap development, like the Fury elements applications. But then comes some custom application, custom development. So in that case, if we are using the on-premise, we have the option to go both with the wrap and with this classical way. So in spite of the fact that we are not like the wrap is the recommended approach, we still have to go for the classical way. So that is where I was thinking, like that if we get some more support on that wrap part, so that would be helpful, I mean.
Any of the specific scenario, Rishabh, you would like to mention? I understand that you have worked on many complex and their
um,
development with us. Yeah.
Yes, Mohit. I mean, in the cases like where there are multiple files to be uploaded, or multiple files with attachments, like multiple attachments have to be uploaded, or a complex deep nested structure are there. So I mean, in that case, normally if we are doing the SEGW development, then we know that we have to go with a deep entity approach over here, and we can form our payload and everything. But with the wrap, I mean, there's is some type of hesitation, like the methods that we used to get in the DPC extension classes. So that are somewhere, I mean, maybe we might be new, so that might be the reason. So that is, I mean, I feel that some sort of hesitation is there in
Yeah,
adopting the wrap.
to add to it, I have one use case, which was like, I mean, it was a freestyle app in the front end, but we thought of using Graph in the back end for the OData service. And then we wanted to update, let's say there is a table and that you have 5 records, n number of records have to be updated in one single batch call. And so that was very much possible in the typical SEGW. You will implement the chain set process method, and then you'll have your all of your payload there, and then in one shot you're updating your database table. Yeah, so for performance reasons. Yeah, so I don't know if that scenario is possible with RAP.
Yes, yeah, similar scenarios like this. Like we know the methods that we have to implement, like the chain set process,
Yeah,
chain
yeah,
set
yeah.
begin end, and the deep entity and all those. But in wrap, we are still, I mean, in the evaluation phase, so we have to see.
Yeah, I think if we were, if we're using the other way, like if we were using the data reference approach with your CDS views, there you are able to override those methods. But I'm not sure if using RAP, can we have them included as a, data reference? Is that
Yeah,
possible? I
yeah,
don't know.
Vishal. Probably there are things which we're not aware of, which are possible in RAP. So yeah, so
Mhm.
I think we all here have limited exposure to RAP because we are not using it in live projects as much. But I would encourage you to put this scenario in SAP community. And we have some guys like Andre Fisher and who are actually working in RAP development a lot, and they are very responsive on the SAP community questions. Yeah. So, for very technical question which we are not able to discuss and answer it, I think SAP community is a place. Yeah.
Sure.
Basically, to continue on his point, it's really very good point. Like we need to approach SAP and come up, and basically we need to highlight those challenges and scenarios if we are facing, and
Yes.
if it is not possible or possible, so they will of course come up with some solution and this thing. And I really uh, encourage you guys to put any article blogs on those, like these are the solutions, then we found the solution. Recently I was attending ABAP conferences, and he had highlighted few of the basically Andre feature has given the workaround solutions for the few of those problems, like how we can achieve those kind of the typical scenarios you using, which we used to get via DPC extension or MPC extension in the
Yes, yes.
their programming. So yeah, so that's a really very good point, Vishal, like the chain set and all those scenarios how we can achieve. So please try to put it in a SAP community. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
One more thing, Gaurav, I also want to share one thing. Past few weeks before, I had a conversation with Andre. So he was saying that mostly 60 to 70% Fury application are still on BOPF. But nowadays, we still have 40% on RAP, means, right? So, and going
90% I
forward,
would say.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
going
95%.
till
going
90, I think everything was on, BOPF. After that only it came. I think
going
it was.
forward, no, still we have on BOPF, Mohit. But going forward, all the applications will be developed on RAP only. Uh, but right now, still we have few applications on BOPF.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's where it would help as well. If as we have more standard applications on RAP, people can actually
Yes.
refer to standard code and see how
Right.
it is working. That's what Mohit Bansal used to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah.
And
So
we also need to utilize, very important feature of V4, which is, earlier was not part of BOPF based applications. The main focus is not to build V4 applications by a code methodology using HTTW, rather than using that V4 on using RAP. So, which is very important factor.
Prashant, why should we use RAP rather than SHW?
Because in BOPF we can't use V4, OData
In
V4, Gaurav.
BOPF, yeah, BOPF is anyway. I thought
Yes,
using but using SCGW we can create
we
V4.
can create,
We
but
can.
it is not recommended. Code based
Okay.
through we can develop V4, but it is
Mm-hmm.
not recommended.
Okay. Okay.
Even there are a lot of blogs of Andre. He mentioned that you can achieve, most of 80% logics through code-based application. If you still do not want to go through RAP-based application, let's say based upon, customer mindset, but you will face some problems later point of time through HGW
Okay.
course-based. Yeah,
Okay. Good
yeah.
to know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. I just one more thing I want to highlight before we move into other next item on the agenda, which is discussion about the future of how we want to conduct these events the next year. Yeah. So one last thing is about learning.sap.com. Yeah. So if you go to learning.sap.com, there are some missions or journeys available there. Yeah, for different topics, which can ultimately lead to certification. Yeah, I haven't tried it myself, but I have heard a good feedback about it. Yeah, so please try that. It is free of cost, very good UI, and I think it's a very, very good place to start learning.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
even to continue on your point, Gaurav, I was recently checking the SAP CR006 for SAP HANA Cloud material and all those things. I think all those materials with the proper videos for the SAP HANA Cloud certification, they have added it on the learning.sap.com. So it is around 15 hours step by step videos, so which are very good, and one can learn SAP HANA Cloud without any prior knowledge and these things. It's a very
correct,
good
correct.
source of information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. And this is how you learn, right? This is how you pick up things. You just use these available resources. This is the first point for you to start with, and once you have all that knowledge you can try it yourself as well. So I will definitely encourage all of you to try that. Yeah, and then one very good thing which I liked was the RAP generator coming up in embedded in standard. You create a database table, you will right click and you will have all the UI created for it, all the Fury application. So eventually with some time SM30 can go out of fashion if you have the Fury applications with one click. Yeah, so that is also one good thing to know. I'm excited about this feature. Yeah. Yeah, I think we will have a lot more to say. I'm sure even I have more points written which we could not discuss. But considering the time and where I want to spend more time is on how we want to take this event further. Yeah. First, before we discuss that, I want to discuss the challenges that we faced in the last year. Nabit and myself started this in December 20. Yeah, for around 6 months, we used to have these sessions. We have used to conduct this event. Then slowly, Mohit joined this because Mohit was also a regular attendee. He became part of us like a core team. Then Akash joined us, and four of us are like now we have our own WhatsApp group which we say is the STEMtish core, where we discuss that what sessions we want to do in the next month and who will take what responsibility. Yeah, so that depends on, sometimes if someone is not available, other person can take that responsibility. Yeah, like hosting the event. If I'm not available, Mohit can do it, Nabid can do it, Akash can do it. Like that, we just contribute, or you can say we have different responsibility at different times. Yeah, that's how we have been managing so far. But one challenge that we have faced is about the finding sessions or finding the reach, and which is where we will need you as well, because we have been sharing about STEMtish on Twitter, LinkedIn, but I think as more people will share it, the message will reach to more people across India, and more people are able to join, and we will and that's where the strength would lie. That's where we will get benefit if we have the more people joining, and because we will have more experience coming, and lot of scope for more sessions as well. And then the other thing was having sessions, because I myself have given one session, Mohit had given I think couple of sessions, Akash had given sessions. Yeah, but we can keep on giving sessions, yeah, as we are learning, so that is not a problem. But the purpose is not that. Purpose is that session should come out of community where we have the varied experiences which can be shared. Yeah, we have some particular type of experience which we can keep on sharing. Yeah, but the idea is to have more people opening up, more people sharing their opinion, sharing their learning, and that's where you get to know more people. Now you know us. If you have been regular attendee, you know us, Nabit, myself, Mohit, Akash. But there are so many regular attendees who have attended all the sessions, which we don't know much about that what they are doing. Yeah, and that's where community needs to come in and present themselves. Yeah, Mohit gave a couple of sessions. That's how we got to know Mohit and included him, right? Yeah, the same way. I think the same way others should also come up, and these are challenges which I'm looking to address in the next year. Now I will just want to open the forum. Yeah, what do you guys think that how we should conduct this event next year? How can we increase the reach, and how can we find more sessions, useful sessions, which will encourage more people to join? Yes, guys. Yes, Prashant, Vishal, Atul, Mol, Vamsi,
I can
Mohit,
see
Sindar.
Bhushagra is also joined. Yeah, he was also joining for many.
Gaurav, Pankaj this side. What kind of session we can prepare for?
What kind of session? Anything you are working on? Anything you have been working on?
Okay, anything, whatever the current technology we are working on, we can prepare and deliver the session, right?
Yes. I mean, it is all about sharing your learning. That if you have learned something new, just share it with the community. We are not expecting a
Okay.
lot of high tech sessions to come up. Yeah, so if you
Yeah.
have built something using the RAP, you have built something unmanaged or managed application using RAP, and you want to share that this is what you learned, this is how you approach it, that could be a good point to start. I'm completely fine with that.
So, like the new technology like RAP, cloud application programming, or like if we have something there in a app, that also like we can share, or only the new technology, the latest
You
one.
you can share anything, but apart from how to do the user exit implementation, that I won't encourage. C mode, S mode, everyone know how to do that. Yeah, but apart from that, if something has come up in last 5 to 7 years, you are welcome to present that.
So
Okay.
I
Thanks.
one
Thanks for clarification. Yeah. Actually, this is my first time when I'm joining, but I find it very useful. So thank you for taking these wonderful steps and going ahead. I would love to join now onwards.
So Pankaj, just to
Welcome.
add here, so we have our GitHub repository as well. So maybe if you're joining first, you can also look into previous sessions. So that will give you a fair idea what kind of sessions we have taken up in past. And Gaurav, just to add to a line, so the sessions which we take here doesn't mean that you need to be an expert level to the sessions. I myself gave 2 sessions, and I learned because I have to give that session. So it could be something even basic also. It is just a jump start for the community, so that it creates a spark in the people to learn about technology and give them a head start. That is the whole idea of the sessions.
So I think we did have one session on Capcom by Mahesh, but I'm not sure how much deep was that. So now that I have gone in really depth understanding routers and all, maybe I can give one session if it has not been done earlier. Because I think many sessions have already been.
No, I think we can. Is not that if we had one session last year, we cannot have that session this year from different person. We can have that session. Yeah. So yeah, I think I would welcome that Capcom session from you, Vishal. And anything from any other service anyone has explored, or app application if you have built any service, PTP business rules if you have explored, or if you worked in the Fury elements. Yeah. So I think you are welcome to share, and that's what we have to discuss. That we get more session, then we need to reach to more people as well. Yes, Tinder, you were saying something?
Yeah, actually, what I was saying that for last couple of months, okay, I'm involved to explore the RAP, especially the uh, unmanaged behavior, and I have done some development related to that to meet out, our requirement. So if you are okay, and if it is not done previously, I would like to share something next year.
That's great. Thank you. Yeah, and are you guys okay the way or timing the event is conducted, or other ideas how we can reach more STB people? And the one way to reach more people is through you guys. Yeah, you tell it to your friends, to your colleague, and ask them to join. Yeah, that is one way. Apart from that, I think as we share, you also keep on sharing on these LinkedIn and Twitter, and that's how the message will go across to many people. Yeah, so I will just take it like by the way I see it on my screen. I will ask your opinion, everyone. Yeah, Stender has spoken. Prashant, I would like to hear you.
Yeah, sure, Gaurav. I will also tell my friends, to join this because I felt that it's useful and it will be useful in coming year, and I'll also plan one session, Gaurav, specifically on BTP service, not on a map environment, but how to use different service with the ABAP. I'll also plan. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Prashant.
Yeah.
Akhil,
And
I'd
I'll
like to hear you.
also tell Mohit to also join. Yeah.
Yeah, Mohit Chopra, I had asked him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. He
added him
also
as well.
told
I
me to
don't.
join, but okay.
He himself didn't join. Huh? Okay. Yeah, Akhil, I would like to hear you.
Yeah, hi Gaurav. Hi all. Actually, I'm very new to SAP. Actually, I have around 3 years of experience. I'm here to learn so many things. Actually, I got many updates on SAP like BTP, RAP, and all. Myself, I want to learn RAP. Right now, recently I started UFI learning. Okay, looking for one good project to explore more on this. Uh, I will in future I'll try to give by learning here itself.
Thank you. Thank you, Akhil.
Yes,
Pramod,
Akhil. So please don't think you are new to anything. We are all learning and growing all in the new technologies. Yeah,
Thanks.
so always welcome for anything. Yeah.
yeah, Pramod,
Yeah, hello guys. Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah, great. So, so I've been attending this community meeting on and off, not a regular guy. So, so just to give a quick introduction, I work in SAP Labs for past more than 5 years. I work on classical ABAP, I could say. So, so my area of work is basically, to give you an example, I work on SAP's internal orchestration tool. So if there is anyone who is from SAP working on different, products, they might heard about us because we are the ones who automate the behind process. For example, if one customer comes requesting for a success factor system or maybe Ariba system, all you see is a one request from SAP CRM system. So what goes behind is there is one internal orchestration tool. We develop that tool and we enhance it basically. So which, creates that systems and sends out those details to the customer. Yeah. So I work on that tool. So, and apart from that, I also work on product security, not specific to ABAP, but I work on different technology related security like Go language, JavaScript, and all these things. So I also work on those product security area in SAP. Yeah, so going and also I work on GDPR related stuff. So I'm planning to give one session on those topics from developers' point of view. So that's one idea I have. So going forward, next year, I would prepare something on those areas and present it in our next meetings.
Thanks, Pramod. I think I would be very interested in having one session on the product standards as well. Okay, when you develop a product, what I mean security standards. Yeah, what security things you kind of keep in mind, because I believe security is one aspect which is sometimes ignored by developers, and but which is something which should be something which we should be very careful for. Yeah, so if you
Yeah,
have something like that, that when you develop product, what security things you keep in mind, that would be very helpful to the community.
yeah, sure.
Okay, Vishal, would you like to say something?
I mean, maybe I'll come up with few sessions for the next year. Yeah, that's what I can say. I think.
Yeah. Atul?
Yeah, Gaurav. So for me, like I'm just like a beginner to all those the BTP, Cloud, and all those stuff. From my side, I will definitely like look forward to add on my contacts into this forum because this is something which I attended today. Like for the first time, I got the gist of it. What is like the expectation and what is the kind of knowledge sharing is happening, which is obviously going to benefit all. From my side, like from the current thing which differently I have tried is something which the GRC technical. So that is something which I have never heard, because GRC is something which security guys keep onto their respective areas, and ABAP are pitching into their custom thing, like, so how the GRC can be customized, and those what are the customizing limits and the possibilities into it, access requests, the process control perspective. So that is which if anybody is interested into it, so I can contribute on that front. So bit of like techno-functional kind of a thing from the GRC front, the GRC 12.2, which is happening, like, which has a business role concept and all the role new concepts. That is something which probably I can contribute on this forum, but it's all like on the interest of the groups, wherein, because I see all of the technical and ABAP guys like contributing on the latest technology, but if given a chance on the cross technical thing with GRC technical thing, I'm open for it.
I think this is the technical sessions we all guys keep on hearing. I think this is what we all need to know, that how other things work, like in GRC. Okay, I think many people want to be aware that what firefighter IDs and all are used for and how their strategy is designed. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can give some session on that, I think it would be a great learning for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely, I
and
can contribute a session on that front.
yeah, firefighter ID and all, right?
Yeah. Yeah, firefighter IDs, then the role concept, business
Yeah,
role,
roll call. Yes. I
because
think
it has
it
like
would
a
be
hierarchy, business role composite, then you have single role. So that is something which, like me as an ABAPer, like I got into this area and I got to learn, and something like my contribution was just an ABAPer. I twisted things to some extent that GRC can be customized. So that was something I thought of, like I did in my career piece. Like for last 2 years, I've been into GRC. I know in and out of GRC, much on the AC part, little bit on the PC part, but I'm trying to get on the PC part as well.
okay. Thanks, Atul. Looking forward to that session.
Sure,
Yeah, and
sure.
also when you think about giving a session, I think one thing I learned in my career so far is that don't think about what group wants. Group can
Yeah,
never
yeah,
decide on
yeah.
one thing. You decide
Correct,
what
correct,
you
correct.
want to present and then present it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
correct, correct.
if you worry too much about the group, then you will never get things done.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you see
The
what
concern point, yeah. So the concern point is like, see, thing is that like a lot of people talking about the more on the technical perspective, the rap,
don't
cap,
worry
IAM,
about that,
all
Atul.
this
I
stuff.
mean,
Yeah.
people will
So
keep
yeah,
on talking. Yeah, don't worry.
yeah. That is no, that is the point of interest for me as well, because I'm like self
Yeah.
like boosted on this particular stuff. That is the session where when the app driver came, I was like very much curious, like how app driver will work, and I went into that trial mode. I just saw the drag and drop. So somewhere I thought like, are the Fury replacement or something sort of. But yes, like definitely like open to contribute and share my thoughts, my learnings in the group.
Thanks, Atul.
Which obviously
Thanks,
like
Atul.
is going to help out. Yeah.
Thanks, Atul. Anmol?
Yeah, hi Gaurav. So, basically, I have been into your sessions few times. I haven't attended all the sessions, but it has been very full help, very much helpful. So, going forward for me, I have just joined a new organization this week. So, I would like to come up with few challenges that I would face, or what say I would get a new learning in SAP Fiori or UI5. And apart from that, I had a suggestion if we can have a session over IRPA. If anyone has the experience over that, although it's upgrowing technology, but still, if someone has a hands-on on IRPA, that would be a fantastic thing.
I think we had a session on IRPA last year as well, but I think it's a request to community. Yes, IRPA session would be helpful. Let's see if someone comes up with that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, sure. And for me, I would try to pick up a session for UI5 or Fury. Something. Although there's a very nice playlist from Naveed on UI5 learning on the YouTube, but still, if I get a chance to deliver something that would be useful for community, I will do for sure.
Thank you, and more. Yeah, Nikhil, over to you.
Thanks, Gaurav. Hi, everyone. I was a regular attendee of this sessions. Like for first few 6 sessions, I think I lost in between, and I think it would help us if we mix up a few popular topics, because I have certain colleagues who are not as much niche. This is a niche group here, as I can see. For me, it's a very niche group from my perspective. Although I am into ABAP for long years, I work for those clients wherein I don't get to see all these points over there or to implement it. So if I do listen, I do hear everything, I do research on them, but I never get to use them hands-on anywhere as per se. So if someone wants to return to the session, they need to have a hands-on, or I think so. I mean, this is just opinion or perspective, I mean to say. Like, I have few colleagues like who are new to ABAP, 3 or 4 years. They don't get to see or use BTP, RAP nowhere. So I don't know how I can help myself or my colleagues to get more into it, or more aspirational, I mean to say. If you can help me with that, probably to help the group as well. We have a large user base, attenders like who can get into these sessions. If they want to come back to it, they have to get a more hands-on first step. That's what I mean.
Hands-on in ABAP, you can say, right?
Hands-on in ABAP, we work on core ABAP. We have so many use cases. I mean, luckily my client was international. I got to see more aspects, but whoever is working on a smaller client, they are still stuck with basic ABAP.
Agree.
And there's no need for them to understand, and we always discuss niche topics here. We do listen, it feels good, but we never get to use it.
Yeah, the actually idea is not to be niche, idea is to be SAP technical. Yeah, but I think the most people are kind of more interested in the new topics. Yeah, and that's the reason we discuss that, and that way you kind of get the learning as well. I think, but even for rappers, I would encourage them to join it, even if they are not able to contribute, because they sooner or later they will need to know all these new things which will become old with time, right? And that is something we I mean I can talk about myself. I wasn't doing anything apart from what is given work to me during my initial days. Yeah, and I have lost a few opportunities because of that, because I only knew what I was working on. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not content, just keep listening to, just keep an eye on what is happening. Yeah, so even now we are not doing a lot of BTP work, but what we try to do is that just keep an eye on what is happening in BTP space. Yeah, so there's a kind of bit of attitude change would be required. Yeah, and
to add to that, I mean, introduction, first few, what I'm trying to say here is, sorry, there's a little echo. Probably if you create a use case, even for someone who is new to ABAP, if I have a set of one session at least where I can share with my colleagues, wherein it shows me that where are we going to use it. For example, right now I came across few vendors who don't want to use. I work for a client who is fully into FTP, not even SFTP, and all the vendors, they are talking about APIs only now. So we are being forced to move to APIs and change our landscape and all that, but that's just me. I mean, I got to look into that because I was exposed to it. So if we create such use cases which will help at least understand a layman that where can this be used on a larger picture, not in. So probably I think that might help us think from a broader perspective. That if you get what I
agree. Agree, Nikhil. I think Akhil, that's where your audience is. You were saying that you are not that much experience, yeah, and that's where your audience, like when you're learning, about you if you want to share something about a BAP, yeah, not very hi-fi about a BAP, just about a BAP, what you're learning. We have an audience for about that topic, which are also starting in a BAP, yeah. Yeah, Nikhil, keeping that thing in mind, yeah, we would definitely encourage basic BAP session as well. Yeah, Rishabh, I want to hear you.
Yeah, hi Gaurav. Yeah, the sessions were very informative. I attended few of the sessions I mean this year, so I came to learn a lot. I mean, I also follow you people, I mean on social media, so there are a lot of informative information I get from there also. I think next year I will try to like share whatever sessions we have, and I'll encourage my friends to join that. Just that I mean the hesitation from the people is that the technology is moving very fast, and as Nikhil mentioned, people are stuck with the core ABAP part, or if they are moving customers are still moving from ECC to S4, and we have moved to the cloud. So I mean there is some type of lag, so that is some hesitation. But yes, there needs to be one step forward. So I'll try to maximize the reach of these sessions. And
Uh,
from my yes, Mohit.
yes, yes. Sorry, I was.
Yes, Gaurav. And the other thing that I was thinking is I'm curious. Like I read the DevOps strategy, so that is one area that interests me. I had gone through the Open SAP course. Um, so that is one area I'm trying to explore, because now we are using this transport mechanism, like that is actually very good in ABAP. But going forward, we might have to use that transport management system, the integration part. So I think that is one case I'm actually exploring, and like where we can use that new uh, DevOps strategy that SAP has provided us.
Yeah, thanks, Rishabh. I think that's a very good Open SAP course. We would be interested to see what you are learning from that. Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
Rishabh, I think we want a good session from you from the smart data integration and all those scripts. I think you have done wonderful job for those particular scripts, virtual table, smart data integration, and all those things.
Yeah, sure, Mohit. Yeah, I got that opportunity last year. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
So that's why I just highlighted you. I have seen many of your developments, so it would be really good if you can take one session on those stuffs. With
yeah,
the BTP integration, with smart data integration, with BTP and virtual table and all those things.
Sure, Mohit. The only thing that I felt in SDI was that the DP server. I mean, that we don't get. So that is where the demo gets difficult to happen. Yeah, we'll just see how we can manage that in spite of
I
that.
mean, you can take the screenshots and just explain if something cannot be demoed for the particular part. You can just screenshot and then just show it or just explain this is how it will work. But I think these are, yeah, very interesting topics that Mohit mentioned. I think it would be great to share with the community.
Gaurav, just to add, he was the only guy who has setted all those things between different landscape, and I have seen his work. So it would be really good, Rishabh. You can see, means if you can have session on that particular thing.
Sure, Mohit. Yeah, thanks.
Good,
Yeah,
yeah, good, Rishabh. Please share, yeah, your learnings.
yeah. I'm glad actually I got part to be the same community. I mean, in our previous organization, to be working with Mohit. I mean, he was the inspiration actually to all of us back then. Since then, I mean.
Mohit is definitely an inspiration. I learn a lot from Mohit.
No, nothing, sir, nothing like this, sir.
I mean, just mentioning here, even offline, I keep on pinging him on WhatsApp and asking him questions. Yeah, so that's kind of friendship or learning build from here. I didn't know Mohit like 6 months ago. I got to know Mohit only from these sessions. Yeah, and now we are like friends. We talk offline as well about various topics, various things. Yeah, and this is the kind of community we're trying to build. Yeah, yeah, Subha, do you have something to say? Subha, would you like to share your opinion? Okay, Vamsi?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, Subha.
Okay. So yeah, I'll come up with couple of presentations, more on like core ABAP and how we can use some of our modeling stuff, AMDP and some of the challenges that in case, if you have to drop at that level and do your calculations and then get the result back. So I will come up with couple of working models on that stuff,
Yeah.
like a presentation that we do. So some of the core ABAP stuff, I will take up at a presentation. Maybe maybe February, March, or in that time frame. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is one use case which I'm trying to work on. So we will cover some of the core ABAP with the IMDP and the CDS concepts on that.
Thanks, Subha. I think it would be interesting because that's the kind of work people are doing actually. Yeah, AMDP and all, people, and you will get a lot of questions on this. I must tell you, even I have some questions on such topics. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that session.
Yeah. So a lot of I'm trying to come up with one use case where we'll use all of these new syntaxes coupled with AMDP and everything, so that would be a good foundation.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Probably, I'll try to complete because of all this, year end and all that stuff. So we'll soon kickstart that maybe February, March timeline kind of thing.
Okay. And just to mention, just to ask all of you, all of you are there in the WhatsApp group, right? That we have, STEM to Score.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're not in that WhatsApp group, please let us know.
Yes, we are there. Yeah, I think sorry about the background noise.
No worries. And we will also like to expand our core team. Like right now, we have 4 people: myself, Nabit, Mohit, and Akash, to manage the activities around this event. So if you would like to join, you can message us separately, and we can just work it out. That how it goes. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, Vamsi, would like to hear you.
Yeah, hi Gaurav. Thanks for conducting these sessions monthly. I have been attended few of the sessions like the IRPA and the CAPM RAP sessions which you conducted earlier. Yeah, I have been part of these sessions mainly to understand what is going ahead of what we are working currently. So like this BTP, RAP, these and all still we haven't seen it. We don't have system itself for that to at least explore or see what is it actually. I am into mainly like EWM and TM modules as a app developer. So TM also recently I started working for the customers. I am TM app also still working newly, and earlier I am into EWM stuff. So I mean, from a long time I am looking if in supply chain IoT can be included to work on the projects, but still it's not happening. I mean, see, we will be like aspiring to work on new things, but our ecosystem should support. Customers should ask, so that only we can able to see and work actually. So yeah, even if I have to ask for my colleagues to come and see what their perspective is like. We will be working in weekends also for the customer support multiple times. So basically, work-life balance is one thing which opposes to add time here. Yeah, so still we are trying to accommodate time. So even I completed 10 years. Recently only I able to get chance to work on simple CDS view along with the TM ABAP in every code. So it is taking so much time to see the things we have had 2-3 years back. So due to this so much lag, so to show the interest on these things is becoming late. So that is the concerns for me. Yeah, thanks for the session. You're trying to uh, bond the people for the interest in newer things.
Yeah. Thanks, Vamsi. I mean, we would be interested to hear like your how this EWM processes works and how is ABAP done for EWM and TM, because this is something which is in kind of fashion here. EWM is implemented by a lot of customers, and there are not many resources available who know how to do ABAP coding for EWM. Yeah, so if you can if you can give a good session on that, that would be great contribution.
Yeah, I will help how however I can. Right? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, last person, Pankaj.
Yeah, so I will also prepare some learning and I will share with, as I already told that I'm basically from ABAP on HANA, OData, this stuff. So I will be preparing and sharing.
Okay, great. Thank you. I think we are kind of done with the session. Today's meeting. Anything else if you want to share, feel free to share. But from the next time, let's try to maximize the reach and have more people joining us. And let's make it a success for the next year as well, like we made it this year. Yeah, I think this is something special we are building. We don't have any business interest. We guys, Mohit, myself, and Navit, we are not earning anything from it. It is just that we felt the need that we should have something like this in India. Yeah, we have a lot of people working in SAP space, and there's not even a single platform where they can get together. You can learn from each other, know each other. Yeah, and I already have a lot of benefits from these calls. I got to know some wonderful people. Yeah, I hope you also benefit from this, and yeah, let's work towards it. Thank you very much. If you don't have anything to say,
Guys, just one request: if you can send your nominations to Gaurav, Akash, me, in Navid, like what are the topics that you mentioned, so it would really helpful for us to plan for our next speakers and all those things. Yeah.
yes, yeah, agree. Vishal has already sent me. Others also, please share what you had just proposed. Though I have written it as well, we have the recording as well. We will catch you. Yeah, but it's good that if you can share also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Definitely,